Even see that? Did you go through my phone?
So I did.
You know what your problem is? I ain't got no problem. Don't tell me what my problem.
Don't do that.
Let's go outside.
Honey. Not Scrappy looking scrumptious in that shirt, sweater vest, whatever you want to call it. He looked good. But this is just a snippet of what's to come. This ain't even the tip of the iceberg. Have y'all seen the super trailer? If you haven't, go see it. It's going down in Atlanta. The new episode just started last night, I think. I'm so glad because I am sick of Loving Hip Hop Miami. I'm still going to recap the show, but I'm about tired of them. Jock is going through Kendra's phone, and she seems to be up to no good. Messages are being sent from this gentleman, okay? At first, Jock can read them, then all of a sudden, they in vanish mode. We'll get into that. As far as Amy and Bambi, there's still some bad blood, just a little bit, due to Bambi dating Amy's ex from 10 years ago. Amy says she's willing to be cordial, but if Bambi tries to press her, she ain't ducking no smoke. Lil Zane is still cringe, honey. Nothing about him seems authentic, and I feel like he's trying too hard. I think he's in competition with Kirk to see who can be the slimiest husband. So he said he's married, but that doesn't mean he isn't allowed to look or maybe touch, just slimy and gross. Scrappy and Khaotic are beefing. We'll get into that. Karlie wants to work things out with Spice. Spice, run. Karlie, you run too. This is one friendship that doesn't need mending. Keep it professional and just move on. Mendeecees is back to wearing his wedding band. He said he will never take it off again. Kudos to Mendeecees. I feel like he's the only man on this show. Jessica White, you are messy. All of a sudden, she's going to be hanging out with Jasmine and stirring up problems in Yandy and Mendeecees' marriage. Now, I like you better pretty and drunk, but we'll see. They didn't show it this episode, but I saw it in the trailer, and she was being messy. I was very surprised. So, a man from the past was caught in Kendra's DMs, and this man is a former NFL player. Jock went through her phone and he found that those messages were at one point very innocent and professional. And then they got stank. Okay? It got a little too flirty up in there. And Kendra seems to be entertaining those messages. You know what they say? When one person points the finger, Kendra, 3 is pointing back at you, Kendra. Now, I didn't think for a moment that Kendra would continue to be faithful to Jock when he was out there allegedly cheating. And we can't ignore the video that was out there. He was a little too close to Mo. Okay? He still said nothing was going on. They looked like they were holding hands. It looked like they were having a little quarrel. I'm just saying, she said it was innocent. He said it was innocent. Okay. But then she showed up to his crib. While Kendra wasn't there, she was wearing some skimpy dress. Jock like, girl, where's you going? She gonna say she going on a date. Now, she was coming to look good for Jock. So, Kendra, Jock, Yandy, and her soon-to-be ex-husband, Mendeecees, if she don't get her shit together, they in Chicago. They're attending a Black Wealth Creation Coalition event, while the rest of the cast is in London. Okay, and Atlanta. I think Sierra is still in Atlanta. Yeah. So Kendra said that after the confrontation with Mo, because she was all up on her husband, that actually brought her and Jock closer together. And she said Jock was making some positive changes. He was more thoughtful, romantic. He was all over her being clingy. But just when things seemed so perfect, she said they have a whole nother problem. And that problem is what seems to be Kendra's sneaky link. So she's telling Yandy and Mendeecees that this gentleman reached out to her and said he was interested in some real estate stuff. Her words, not mine. What real estate stuff? So like I said earlier, Jock went through her phone. Meanwhile, she doesn't know this. So he tried to be slick and asked her, if you work with someone that happens to have a crush on you, would you still work for him?
Who has like a crush on me and stuff. So maybe he got a crush on me. Jaceel has done business several times with people who have a crush on him. I think it would serve him good to just dwell in this space so he can kind of see how I feel.
First of all, I feel like sometimes she tries to sun him. When you at home, you can call him Jaceel. When you on the show, he is Jock, okay? And under normal circumstances, this will serve Jock right, okay? But Kendra is playing games. I feel like she's doing tit for tat. Now, then she mentioned that this man has money. So that leads me to think that she's been entertaining this guy. Jock may have just found out about this guy, but trust me, she's been talking to this guy for a long time, which explains one of the reasons why she may have decided to freeze her eggs, because she made it clear to Jock on national TV that she was not having his child. Oh, honey, we ain't done with Kendra and Jock just yet. I'm going to go scene by scene because meanwhile in Atlanta, Sierra is getting married again. She said it's bittersweet because her mom and her sister, they're still not on good terms, so therefore they were not at the wedding. I think it was just her dad was there. Zay's dad was there, her daughter Paris. But it sucks because her mom and her sister wasn't there for this special moment. But sometimes you gotta love family from a distance, and this is one of those times. They have a very dysfunctional family. Whew. Well, I don't know about, well, between the mom and the siblings, yes. I don't know about the relationship with her dad, but Sierra and her mama and her siblings, dysfunctional child. Dysfunctional. I mean, they drug her for filth. Y'all can check those videos out on my channel. They're somewhere on this channel. But they aired all her dirty laundry. They tried to make amends. That didn't work because I felt like her mom didn't want to take accountability at all. She would not listen to her daughter. She just wanted to talk. But Sierra do be playing the victim card. Can't lie and say she don't, but she does. So kudos to Sierra and her husband Zay. He really loves her. I love their vows. They both cried. It was a cute moment. And I'm glad he accepts her kids because that ex-husband of hers, he couldn't stand her kids. Meanwhile, back in London, Zane, little Zane, and Scrappy are talking about the beef that he has with Khaotic. So from what they're talking about in this scene, it appears to be over money. Khaotic and Scrappy had a YouTube channel together. They were creating content. On this one particular video with Scrappy in the video and his family and Khaotic, it took off. It went viral. It brought in a lot of views. For some reason, I guess Khaotic cut him from his channel because of his work ethic or lack thereof. Cut him from the channel, but he never gave him his cut of the coin that he earned on that video. Scrappy seems to think that had he not been in that video himself, Khaotic wouldn't have pulled those numbers. I beg to differ. If Khaotic was to pay the $5,000 that Scrappy feels he's owed, I still don't think there's nothing to reconcile because they were doing too much on each other. Not the way that they exposed each other. Nope. Nope. If we're so-called friends and you feel you have to put your hands on me and throw a drink at me, we are done. That's it. That's all. Back in Chicago, honey, with Jock and Kendra, we find out the gentleman's name that's been in and out of Kendra's inbox. Jock saw the messages, then went back to peek a second time. They disappeared. So Jock asks her, what is going on between you and Mario? This is the former NFL player. Honey, Jock couldn't take it. He got pissed. Because Kendra did try to lie and say she wasn't responding to those messages, not knowing Jock had all the receipts. All the receipts. So, Jock, I'm so confused because, I mean, how many kids you have on her again? How many times have she forgiven you again and again and again? You can't. Now, I knew more than likely she would always say that she's wanted to divorce him. I knew more than likely it would be him, but I never knew it would be because of cheating. But I'm a little confused because in that same night, he was on stage giving kudos to his wife and telling the crowd one of the reasons he married her. And less than 20 minutes later, she's dead to you. She's a bitch. You want a divorce? Because she played in his face like he played in hers. And it's funny how the tables turn. But Kendra was completely blindsided. Because she said when they were in Chicago, the energy shifted and he was acting weird. Huh. Child, I guess it's a wrap for these two. But Kendra didn't give not one fuck. She said, where the papers at? I'm taking the high road like I should have done years ago. Good riddance. I guess it's good riddance now because she got a new man. And he got money from what she said to Yandy. Well, good luck to both of you. Honestly. Good luck to Jock for getting his balls back, and good luck to Kendra for moving on. Child, not Kendra getting busted for cheating. Oh, Lord, have mercy. She did have them kids for a reason. Well, back in London, honey, during dinner, Amy is pissed that Scrappy unfollowed her and he blocks her. So she confronts him about it. And he said that he thought it was the best decision considering he and Bambi are not on the best terms, and him dealing with her is only going to add fuel to the fire. So what little piece he did have, he wanted to protect that, so I get it. But production says to Amy, on Instagram, you keep claiming that you and Scrappy were barely dating and that it was edited weird. Why are you in your feelings about being unfollowed? That's a good question. So she said they shared conversations that didn't match him blocking her the next day. Girl, bye. So Amy and Bambi, they apologize to each other, and now they think that Scrappy and Khaotic should do the same. So Scrappy apologized, or so we thought, and everyone at the table. But he said he apologized for not giving a fuck because Khaotic said, if Scrappy feels like he's not a good person, then stand on it. There's no need to apologize. And Scrappy used the same excuse. If Khaotic doesn't feel like Scrappy's a good person, there's no need to apologize. Stand on it. But I'm not going to lie. Scrappy did clock his T. Okay, I got to be fair. Okay, he did clock his T. He said Khaotic would get on Instagram or YouTube and say, that's my brother, I love him, there's no beef. But then say stuff that indicates they have beef, but then say there's no beef. If that makes sense. You can't talk shit about Scrappy and then say y'all not beefing. He did it today. But honey, Khaotic clocked his T as well. So at one point, Scrappy did threaten to whoop his ass, and Khaotic said, if you wanted to whoop my ass, you would have did it a long time ago, but you a TV dude. You wait till these cameras come on, clock it. Clock it. And two things are true at the same time. Khaotic does this thing where he gets online and say things that may make it looks like him and Scrappy having beef, but then come out of his mouth and say there's no beef. And Scrappy clocked him on that, and honestly, he's not wrong. But Khaotic also had a point about Scrappy. He waits for the cameras to roll to throw hands, even though he had plenty of opportunities to do it off the camera. Okay, they both are accurate. Honey, that's the end of this episode, and we'll see what happens next week, because I forgot. I don't even think they played what's to come. I don't know, but anyway, if you made it this far, I hope you did. Give the video a thumbs up. Leave your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what you thought about this episode, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.